Dear paper lovers, welcome to this series where I show you how I journal on black pages. In this first episode, I'm going to show you how I play with black and white using different textures and different stationery. The first one is white paper. White papers can really be amazing, like this one with the see-through dots. And if you don't have these kind of papers at home, I'm going to show you how to turn the volume up by using a few techniques on white paper. The first one is by creating texture just by squashing paper. It's really simple and really effective. The second one is by creating a pattern around the paper, and for this I am using this paper punch that creates stamps. The fourth one is about creating an ombre washed out effect on paper, and for that I am using this white marker on white paper. The fifth and last one is about creating a pattern effect punching the paper, and for that I'm using this punching tool. The second obvious method to journal on black paper is by using black and white paper. You can either buy or make yours. So now that we have all the papers ready, let's start journaling. I always like to start my journaling with laying some background effects, like the papers we just created, and doing some gentle layering. Then I usually lay down a few words either from stickers or from magazine cutouts. I also like to lay down a few words of my own, and since this is black paper, I'm obviously using a white gel pen. And here is the final result. Now let's try a second spread and journal with white ink. So I'm gonna start by creating a pattern with text. This is something that I really love to do, either physically on my journal or when I create stickers. If you're wondering, the pen that I'm using is the Sakura White Ink Gel Pen, and for all the tools that I'm using, I'll be linking them in the comments below. On the right page, what I'm going to do is a simple layering with some ink stamping. And for that, I am using this white ink pad. I know it looks a bit yellowish, but believe me, it's white ink. And as always, white ink stamped on black paper gets eaten a bit. So as it dries, it becomes more washed away. And this is the kind of effect I was looking. So this ink is not one that will create a very pigmented look. Then I am using again this marker that I love to use on black paper and on white paper. And obviously, because it's white ink on white paper, it's not gonna show at first, but I have a trick for that. What I do is that I go on top of it with a more pigmented pen, which is this Uniball one, and then it creates this neon effect that is very cool. Time to add the final touches. And here is the final result. For this final spread, I'm going to use white paint. What I'm going to do is that I'm going to create a pattern on the left and the background on the right. And creating these paint strokes is so satisfying and so relaxing. This is a very good exercise for anyone who wants stress relief. One would think that white paint on black paper would automatically stand out, but it's trickier than that. Because just like white ink, white paint, when it dries, gets eaten and swallowed by the black paper. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use it in several degrees. Let me explain. The first brush strokes are going to be applied with a dried brush in order to create this light gray effect. And then the next strokes are going to be thicker, and those are the ones that I'm going to layer the paint several times to make sure that when it dries, it stays white. Then I am also going to use several different types of brushes to create different patterns. And each layer that I create becomes whiter. Then on the right page, I'm also going to create a simple layering with 2 journaling cards. And now it's time to uncover the pattern I've created on the left. And here's the final result. So here are the 3 black and white spreads you can easily replicate on black pages. Let me know which one of these 3 was your favorite in the comments below. And if you've made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching until the end, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!